You're listening to The Manning Report with your host, James David Manning, the news behind the headlines.
So let's get started with what I want to call shoot 'em up orangutan. And that is, of course, Tribulation Trump. As of recent, as we are dealing with this Ukraine scandal or fiasco, whatever you want to call it, in the midst of all of this that is taking place, it has been reported that Tribulation Trump made some statements in regards to immigrants. Now, we all know where he stands with this. We know that he wants to build this massive wall. We know that he is against immigrants, specifically those of Spanish descent. We know Tribulation Trump doesn't care for black people. So none of this is new, of course. None of this is surprising, but he made some statements. And I'm going to roll a video clip in just 1 second. But before I do that, you know, we talk about all of these things about Tribulation Trump and all of the rhetoric that he has spewed over the past 2+ years. Time and time again, he has made statements. We have heard him make statements about the how Hamite people have come from the S-hole countries. We have heard him call black women derogatory names, as he called Omarosa a dog. We've heard him make all kinds of statements. Now, we know that Tribulation Trump has a problem with strong women, and Hamite women to be specific, but I would say any woman. But a Hamite woman who stands up against Tribulation Trump, he certainly has a problem with that for obvious reasons. And as we have listened to all of the rhetoric that he has spewed, this new information, if you want to call it that, is not at all surprising or shocking that he feels this way. I think what is shocking with Tribulation Trump, when we talk about Tribulation Trump and the things that he says and the things that he does, none of that is shocking. He is who he is. There's no doubt about that. The man is 73 years old and he behaves the way he behaves. So there's nothing shocking about that. What's shocking again to me is the people that still to this day will stand and support him no matter what they hear regarding Tribulation Trump, no matter what evidence is put forth. You can catch him on a tape saying it. You can catch him anywhere saying it. You can watch the things that he does. They can be given, without a doubt, valuable proof evidence, and yet they will still stand up and make excuses for Tribulation Trump. And for a second, I thought about it. Why would this be? Why would someone like Lindsey Graham continue to support Tribulation Trump when in the beginning of the campaign, Lindsey Graham straight out said that Tribulation Trump was a racist. He called him all kinds of names. He said he wasn't good for our country and so forth. And now he's standing there defending Tribulation Trump and saying that it would be absolutely ridiculous for them to impeach him based on this Ukraine scandal. Why would there be men still in the GOP party still supporting and defending Tribulation Trump? And over the weekend, as I was listening to all of his supporters come forth, one of the things that I heard someone say is, but he's done a great job with the economy. Look what he's done with the job growth. Look at what he's done, how he's built the economy, how we have increased under Tribulation Trump. And I'm thinking to myself, so their reason is because he boosted the economy. That's what they're holding on to. So because he did that, as far as they're concerned, then everything else that he does that is complete contrary to who we are supposed to be as human beings doesn't matter. The fact that he lies on a day-to-day basis doesn't matter. The fact that he has gone and sought out foreign leaders to intervene in our democracy or any other situation, all of that doesn't matter. They are willing to sweep all of that under the rug because our economy is better as they are concerned. And you have to wonder about a person who would make such a statement. You would have to wonder about a person who, as far as they're concerned, it doesn't matter what Tribulation Trump does, as long as he continues to boost the economy, that's all that matters. Well, I will tell you this. What goes up must come down. And though they may be chanting and rooting and praising of what he's done with the economy, It's not going to last. Now, that has absolutely nothing to do with Tribulation Trump, because it's going to come down at some point in time. But it's very interesting as we watch all of this, as we watch the supporters of Tribulation Trump, in spite of what he says, continue to support him.
This is a bit of a news blog we do, looking at spiritual wickedness in high places for the most part, making some observations about it and giving people a biblical foundation to the way of interpreting, rather than have Sean Hannity or Laura Ingraham or Janine Pirro or Anderson Cooper or Rachel Maddow or Don Lemon, Rush Limbaugh interpret what's going on in the world. You come to me and I'll tell you based on what the Word of God says. They'll just give you their worldly, sinful view. But the Manning Report will tell you what God has said, whether to say yea or nay, whether to go or to stay. You'll be led by the word of Almighty God. Come to the Manning Report on a daily basis to interpret the spiritual wickedness in high places, because there's plenty of it that's going on. And so I'm the Lord's servant, James David Righteous Rebel Manning, and I'm here to serve you with news and information.